Welcome all my dear viewer and listener. Myself, Ranjit Ugle, Principal Yashwantrao Chauhan College of Pharmacy. This video contains some important cycle and pathway of biochemistry subject of first year D form to help for recall and understanding. So I request everyone to listen and view carefully up to end. And after the end, glycolysis, Krebs cycle, beta oxidation, and urea cycle. So without wasting much more time, let's start a video. So start with glycolysis. What is meant by glycolysis and steps involved in glycolysis? This question is asked in every exam. So glycolysis is the pathway in which glucose molecule is converted into the pyruvic acid or lactic acid are called as glycolysis, and this reaction is occur in absence of oxygen, so it is called as anaerobic process. In short, you say that the metabolism or the pathway in which glucose molecule is converted into the pyruvic acid and lactic acid under anaerobic condition are called as glycolysis. Then glycolysis is start with the glucose. The starting point of glycolysis is the glucose. In first step, glucose molecule. In first step, what's happened? Glucose molecule is converted or phosphorylated into the glucose 6-phosphate. Glucose 6-phosphate. And this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme hexokinase in presence of cofactor magnesium ion. When phosphorylation reaction is there, at that time enzyme is always kinase. Enzyme is always kinase. In next step, glucose 6-phosphate is converted into the fructose 6-phosphate in presence of enzyme isomerase. Third step, fructose 6-phosphate is phosphorylated into fructose 1,6-diphosphate in presence of enzyme phosphofructokinase. Then next step, fructose 1,6-diphosphate is broken into two molecules by enzyme aldolase, and these two molecules are dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Dihydroxyacetone phosphate is also called as DHAP. D for di, H for hydroxy, A for acetone, P for phosphate. Dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Then in next step, dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, these two molecules interconvert with each other and to form a two molecule of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Then in next step, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is converted into the 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid. During this reaction is the dehydrogenation reaction. In this NADH2, from NAD to NADH2, hydrogen is removed, and this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme dehydrogenase. When there is a such type of thing such as NAD to NADH2 or FAD to FADH2 or reverse, at that time enzyme is always dehydrogenase. Then in next step, 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid is converted into the 3-PGA 3-phosphoglyceric acid by enzyme pyruvate phosphoglycerate kinase. Then in next step, 3-phosphoglyceric acid is converted into the 2-phosphoglyceric acid by enzyme mutase. Then in next step, 2-phosphoglyceric acid is converted into the 2-phosphoenol pyruvic acid by removing the water, and this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme enolase. Then in next step, 2-phosphoenol pyruvic acid is converted into the pyruvic acid by phosphorylation reaction ADP to ATP by enzyme pyruvate kinase. Then lastly, sometimes the pyruvic acid molecule is hydrogenated into the lactic acid by enzyme lactic acid dehydrogenase. Then These are the overall steps involved in the glycolysis. In short, you say that glucose molecule is converted into the various steps through the pyruvic acid and lactic acid. Many times the question is asked that energy formation in the glycolysis. So energy formation in the glycolysis. In first, suppose in this reaction, glucose molecule is converted into glucose 6 phosphate. In this reaction, ATP to ADP, it means that there is a one ATP is lost. Then also, in case of this reaction, fructose 6 phosphate to fructose 1,6 diphosphate. In this reaction also one ATP is utilized, one ATP is lost. So total ATP loss up to this reaction 2. Then in this reaction, glycerylate 3 phosphate to 1,3 diphosphoglyceric acid, there is a conversion of NAD to NADH2. And when such type of conversion is there, at that time 3 ATP is formed. So there are 2 molecule of glycerylate 3 phosphate, so it gives a 2 molecule of 1,3 diphosphoglyceric acid. So 1 molecule gives 3 ATP, so 2 molecule gives 6 ATP. There are 6 ATPs formed during this reaction. Then this is 6 ATP. Then in this reaction, 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid is converted into 3-phosphoglyceric acid. In this reaction, 1 ATP is formed. So there are 2 molecules, so it uses 2 ATP. In this reaction also, 2-phosphoenol pyruvic acid to pyruvic acid, there is a 1 ATP is also formed. So 2 molecule of pyruvic acid is generated, so it gives a 2 ATP. Means up to pyruvic acid, there is a formation of 10 ATP and there is a loss of 2 ATP. Total ATP is formed 10, there is a loss 2, it means 8 ATP is formed up to the pyruvic acid. It means that when glucose molecule is converted into the pyruvic acid, it gives 8 ATP. Then suppose pyruvic acid molecule is converted into the lactic acid molecule. At that time NADH2 is converted into the NAD. During this reaction 3 ATP is utilized. So there are 2 molecule of pyruvic acid, so 3 into 2, total 6 ATP is utilized. There is a loss of 6 ATP. It means this 6 ATP is lost. It means that up to the lactic acid, total ATP form is 2. How 2 ATP is formed? Let's see. Suppose in this reaction, there is a loss of 1 ATP. In this reaction also 1 ATP. Total 2 ATP is lost. Then also in case of this reaction, 6 ATP is lost. Total 8 ATP loss. And total ATP form, that is in this reaction 2 ATP, 6 ATP, in this 2 ATP and in this 2 ATP. Tail ATP is formed, then loss is the 8 ATP. It means 2 ATP is get when glucose is converted into the lactic acid. So when glucose is converted into the pyruvic acid, it gives 8 ATP. When glucose converted into the lactic acid, it gives 2 ATP. This is the overall pathway of the glycolysis. Then next one, Krebs cycle. This cycle is known as Krebs cycle. Why? Because this cycle is discovered by scientist Hans Krebs. What is meant by Krebs cycle? The cycle in which acetyl CoA molecule is oxidized into the carbon dioxide and water are called as Krebs cycle or TCA cycle. Means what? The cycle or the pathway in which acetyl CoA is oxidized into the CO2 and water through a number of steps carried by number of enzymes. Such pathway is called as Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle start with the acetyl CoA, and acetyl CoA is obtained from pyruvic acid, they obtain from amino acid, they obtain from fatty acid. Then in first step acetyl CoA combine with the oxaloacetic acid and to form a citric acid, and this reaction is occur in presence of enzyme citric acid synthesis. This is the first reaction of the Krebs cycle or tissue cycle. Acetyl CoA combine with oxaloacetic acid and to form a citric acid in presence of enzyme citric acid synthesis. In next step, citric acid molecule is converted into the isocitric acid. This step occur in two steps. In first step, there is a removal of water. and in second step there is a addition of water and to form a isocitric acid, and these reactions occur in presence of enzyme achotinase. Then third step, in third step there is a dehydrogenation reaction. Isocitric acid molecule is dehydrogenated into the oxalosuccinic acid, into the oxalosuccinic acid by enzyme isocitric acid dehydrogenase. Then in next step, oxalosuccinic acid molecule is undergoes decarboxylation. Carbon dioxide is removed and to form a alpha ketogluteric acid or alpha Kg. These reactions also catalyzed by the enzyme isocitric acid dehydrogenase. Then in next step, alpha ketogluteric acid molecule is converted into the succinyl CoA, and this reaction they are occur due to removal of carbon dioxide, removal of the hydrogen. Means what? Alpha ketogluteric acid, this molecule undergoes decarboxylation and dehydrogenation by adding the CoA to form a succinyl CoA, and these reactions occur in presence of enzyme alpha ketogluteric dehydrogenase. Then in next step, succinyl co-molecule is converted into the succinic acid by enzyme succinate thiokinase. Co is removed during this reaction. Then in next step, succinic acid molecule is dehydrogenated into the fumaric acid, and this reaction is carried by the enzyme succinic acid dehydrogenase. In next step, by adding the water in the fumaric acid, there is a formation of malic acid, and this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme fumarase. Then in last step, the malic acid molecule is dehydrogenated into the oxaloacetic acid, and this reaction is catalyzed by the malic acid dehydrogenase. Then this oxaloacetic acid molecule again reacted with the other molecule of acetyl CoA and again form a citric acid, and cycle is repeated. Suppose in this pathway how many energy, how many ATPs form, you calculate here. So when isocitric acid molecule is converted into the oxalosuccinic acid molecule, there is a conversion of NAD to NADH2. It means 3 ATPs formed during this reaction. Also alpha Kg is converted into the succinyl CoA. There is also 3 ATPs formed. When succinyl CoA is converted into the succinic acid, there is a 1 ATP is formed. When succinic acid is converted into the fumaric acid, there is a 2 ATPs formed. When malic acid is converted into the oxaloacetic acid, there is a 3 ATPs formed. So 3, 3, 6, 3, 9, 10 and 12. It means 12 ATP is formed in the Krebs cycle. These are the overall pathway of the Krebs cycle. Then next cycle, urea cycle. Urea cycle means what? The process or the pathway or the cycle in which toxic ammonia is converted into the non-toxic urea. The pathway or the process in which toxic ammonia is converted into the non-toxic urea, such pathway is called as urea cycle. Ammonia is very much toxic to the human body. Ammonia is obtained by transamination or oxidative deamination process. So urea cycle start with the carbon dioxide and ammonia. In first step, what's happened? One molecule of carbon dioxide, one molecule of ammonia, one molecule of ATP condensed with each other and to form a carbamyl phosphate. And this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme carbamyl phosphate synthetase, and inorganic phosphate is removed during this reaction. This is the first step, formation of the carbamyl phosphate. Second step, formation of the citrulline. These are the second step. This is the first step, this one is the second step. In second step, the carbamyl group from the carbamyl phosphate is transferred to ornithine and to form a citrulline, and this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme ornithine transcarbamylase. Then in next step, there is a formation of arginosuccinate. This one is the first step, this one is the second step, and this one is the third step. In this step, there is a formation of arginosuccinate. Citrulline molecule condenses with the aspartate Y amino group and to form a arginosuccinate, and inorganic phosphate is removed, and this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme arginosuccinate synthetase. Then in next step, arginosuccinate is broken into arginine and fumarate, and this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme arginosuccinase. This one is the fourth step. Then this fumarate molecule again convert into the aspartate. Then fifth step or last step, in this arginine molecule is broken into the urea and ornithine. By adding the water molecule in presence of enzyme arginase, they are broken into urea. Urea is removed from the body and they are converted into the ornithine. Ornithine molecules again reacted with the another molecule of carbamyl phosphate. So cycle is repeated. This is the overall cycle of the urea cycle. So let's start with the next pathway, beta oxidation of fatty acid. What is meant by beta oxidation of fatty acid? Beta oxidation means what? Oxidation of fatty acid take place at beta carbon. This is a fatty acid. This is a carboxyl group. From the carboxyl end, alpha, this one beta. At this position, when oxidation is take place at beta carbon from the carboxyl end, such process is called as beta oxidation, and during this beta oxidation there is a formation of acyl CoA and acetyl CoA. Acyl CoA and acetyl CoA. Acyl CoA, they having a 2 carbon less than the starting one. So steps involved in the glycolysis. First step is a activation. It means that fatty acid molecule is activated into the fatty acyl CoA. This is a fatty acid molecule. By adding the CoA in presence of enzyme thiokinase and cofactor magnesium ion, they are converted into the fatty acyl CoA. Only we add in this OH is removed. Instead of OH, you add CoA. Yes, there is a formation of fatty acyl CoA. This one is the first step. Second step, formation of alpha beta unsaturated fatty acyl CoA. Fatty acyl CoA molecule is converted into the alpha beta unsaturated fatty acyl CoA. It means that by removing the hydrogen from this position and this position, both this hydrogen is removed from alpha and beta. This position is the alpha, this position is the beta. From alpha carbon and beta carbon, hydrogen is removed, and to form a alpha beta unsaturated, due to double bond they are called as unsaturated, alpha beta unsaturated fatty acyl CoA. This is the second step. Then third step, by addition of the water at this position, there is a formation of beta hydroxy fatty acyl CoA. First step is the activation of fatty acid. Fatty acid molecule is activated into the fatty acyl CoA. Fatty acyl CoA is converted to the alpha beta unsaturated fatty acyl CoA by removing the hydrogen. Third step is by adding the water. There is a formation of beta hydroxy fatty acyl CoA, and this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme hydratase. At this position, we add the OH group and there is a CH2. This bond is removed. Other is same. Then the next step, beta hydroxy fatty acyl CoA undergoes dehydrogenation to form a beta keto fatty acyl CoA. Hydrogen is removed. This hydrogen and this hydrogen is removed. They are coming to NADH2. So there is a formation of RCO, CH2, CO, SCO. This is same. Only this H2 is removed. So RCO, CH2, CO, SCO. That is beta keto fatty acyl CoA by enzyme beta hydroxy fatty acyl CoA dehydrogenase. Then in next step, there is a breaking of beta keto fatty acyl CoA. It means that at this position, there is a breaking. In this, there is the addition of CoA. Then this reaction is catalyzed by enzyme thiolase. By adding the CoA in this reaction, there is a formation of acyl CoA and acetyl CoA. This beta keto fatty acyl CoA is break down into the acyl CoA and acetyl CoA. These are the overall pathway of the beta oxidation. So I think everybody understood all the pathways such as glycolysis, Krebs cycle, urea cycle and beta oxidation. So I conclude this video. So thanks to every all.